make claymation monsters. I make them because it helps me exercise my imagination. And my presentation is on what my monsters do while I'm at school. I can make them happy, I can make them sad, I can make them classy or nerdy, but I just like making them. And I'm inspired by what Tim Burton does in his movies. But first, I'm going to talk a little bit about imagination and how we use it in our everyday lives. Like your mom jokes, or writing useless facts on bananas, and cutting a block of cheese to say hi or Mia. So whether you're an accountant, a stuntman, a waiter, or musician, if you didn't use your imagination, our lives would be boring. As for me, I'm a student in the 6th grade, and I like to imagine what my monsters do while I'm not there. Let's get on with it, shall we? Orange guy loves food. He sneaks off into the fridge, and I'm guessing that he's the one that stole the cookie dough. But that's okay, because I like to share. Aw, that looks relaxing. Just two buds hanging out. They like to come here on cool spring mornings and talk about the biggest human they've ever caught out in the lake, and how when they grow old, they want to be in the exact same spot with their best bud. And when I finished my math, I imagined a birthday party for this little girl, just turning 3. She got all the presents she wanted except the cake. Just look at that little chipmunk, he stole a birthday cake. Well, he found the tux, now he needs to find the perfect someone. You see, he's romantic, and he believes in true love. His favorite movie quote is, "As you wish." Once he finds her, he'll do anything, even brave the fire swamp. If he only had legs, you see, Archie loves nothing more than to swing in the park. But you see, he has no legs, and you need legs to make the swing swing. Something about action and reaction, and science, people, look it up. Speaking of science, while I'm at school studying social studies, this girl's been digging through my stuff at the house, making experiments, testing things like how much borax can go into a bouncy ball to make it bouncier. They're not very good, are they? If I tried to do that, I might be just a bit better than they do. Maybe, but probably not. You see, I'm a soccer player, and if that's what we were doing, I would totally own them. See, he's responsible around here, reading his history books, catching up on his homework, not eating cake behind people's backs like that chipmunk in Slide 7. He likes history. It teaches him what not to do in the future. And sometimes I imagine that there are monsters that like to be doing whatever I'm doing, because they love me, like learning algebra. Even in my monster imagination, some people just don't get it. And by the way, the answer's 2. There are some things I wish I could do. There are some things my monsters do that I wish I knew how or can do someday, like join the circus to learn how to tightrope walk. She's not afraid of heights, and neither am I. But you know, it's not all about what they do individually, it's about what they do together, like poker night. Here at their weekly tournament, Stevie and his friends play for cash money. Gotta watch out for Stevie though. He secretly plays online poker, and he's ranked. Speaking of online, let's not forget about the monsters that sit around all day tweeting, Facebooking, and G-chatting. They tweet things like, "Did you hear how many times me hit snooze this morning?" Knowing their friends 140 characters at a time. Remember Orange Guy? Well, he used to have a crush on a scientist girl. And if he found an interesting bit of moldy food in the fridge, and knowing my dad there will be, he'd give it to her lab, and she can experiment on it. Chances are you grew up with monsters all around you, whether you're afraid of the boogeyman when you're a kid, or wanted a luck dragon like Falcor, or laughed at the horrible makeup job in Teen Wolf. You see someone's imagination running wild. Because if your imagination isn't running wild, what part of you ever will? I use my imagination to create my monsters because I think they're cute. This is what our world would be like without imagination from children or adults. My name is Mia. Thank you for listening. You can contact me at islandchild11@gmail.com. I'm on Twitter, but my dad won't give me the password, so I can't tweet.